So we ordered pink vests that actually fit us. Any safety vest that we would get at Home Depot would be like this much bigger than us, which is a hazard. You can snag on things, you can get caught and trip.
Yesterday we took down one gable and half of the rafter, so today we're going to continue that and get it down. Perfect. All right, Gerda, it's wet, so be careful. Okay.
Katie Fitzhugh and Jordan Lynch are part of a Savannah-based team that saves old buildings from landfills. The team is called Repurpose Savannah, and they practice an alternative to demolition called deconstruction.
We essentially unbuild the structure from top to bottom, and then we salvage the material. I mean, everything you can see around us is salvaged.
Deconstruction is an emerging industry in a field dominated by demolition, a leading producer of waste around the world. Repurpose Savannah says it's able to harvest 50 to 90% of a house for reuse and send the rest to recycling services.
I've taken about 7 structures down. I grew up in historic homes with my parents, and so we always were restoring different structures. So, I mean, I've been doing this since I was born, essentially.
Katie leads the field team. She watches for her crew's safety and teaches them construction skills.
All right, that'll be good for y'all. Thank you.
Today, they're tackling a key step in deconstruction.
The roof, which is always my favorite. Once the roof comes off, the house just goes very quickly. 1, 2, 3, pull, pull. 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 Are we really that tight in? Oh, it's getting worse. Don't want to go that way though. All right, stop it.
We leave bodily exhausted and like sweaty, covered in grime most every day.
Way over!
Yes. God, I can't go anymore.
I have no more. My hands hurt so bad. All right, pause. Okay. Because it's starting to go, y'all. If we can get it again.
We're gonna row.
We're gonna row.
All right.
Oh, look at y'all. Ready?
Yep.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Move your knee.
You're off.
Woo! Well built.
Yep.
Repurpose Savannah deconstructs several houses every year in the Savannah area. The group denails and cuts the harvested wood and sells it at its lumberyard, which offers a variety of salvaged goods. Clients use these goods to build homes, furniture, artworks, etc. This kind of reuse creates what's called a circular economy, a local economy with less intake of new raw material and less waste.
When COVID happened, the price of lumber skyrocketed, and that was because of supply chain issues. All of our lumber is coming from elsewhere. My supply, which is local, didn't dry up. I didn't have to raise my prices a penny. It takes 6 times more labor to deconstruct a building by comparison to demolition. So it does mean that the cost of our material is higher, but when we're having a supply chain crisis, it was comparable. And a lot of people don't realize that historic materials are better quality. We were talking about the native wild forest that existed on this continent when Europeans arrived here. Many of these species are now extinct or endangered, including the longleaf pine, which is what we handle most. Pound for pound, longleaf old growth is stronger than steel.
The global market for reclaimed lumber has been growing thanks to increased appreciation of the material's quality and environmental value. Several US cities have passed laws that require certain structures to be deconstructed rather than demolished. To further help deconstruction compete with demolition, experts say there needs to be more education for stakeholders on the benefits of this process and more training of deconstruction workers.
So this It's still a very David and Goliath kind of a story. You know, deconstruction is a pretty small community. Many of us are going out there training people as often as we can.
Now you're gonna cry. Go up.
Another key mission of Repurpose Savannah is to advance people who traditionally have fewer opportunities in construction.
In the beginning, we were co-ed. We didn't have any notion of training a specific subset. More often than not, I found myself having to like police the dudes on our crew to stop taking tools out of the girls' hands and doing it for them. I know you can do it better and faster. How is she gonna get better and faster? Stop. So it just became important to me to create a space where women plus can learn.
I'm stumped. I want to do more things with my hands, and this is definitely the job for it. Stubborn.
This is Yolanda Morris's first job in construction. She's also Repurpose Savannah's marketing manager.
That's right. I'm learning to be a lot more independent and less codependent on my partner. I'm learning so many skills.
I did apply to a small handful of construction jobs in Nashville, Tennessee. I had a couple of callbacks. One man in particular, he said, well, I'm not too sure how my men's wives would feel about them working with a woman all day. And I'm pretty sure I just hung up. It's nice to know that the people I'm placing my trust in do care. If I use vibrating power tools too often, my hand will go numb. If it's my turn to like cut something, Katie will always ask like, hey, how's your wrist doing today? You okay to use the saw? It's like, we're all a little family.
Okay, watch your body. Like I have quite a few dresses I can't wear anymore because my arms are too big, or my traps are like spooky. Even I have that fear of like I weigh too much. But I can lift a lot of weight. And if I'm not healthy because, I just don't like that number on my scale, I cannot keep my crew safe. I cannot do my job. I definitely put my crew first. They work so hard. They're amazing. I couldn't do this job without them.